Yo, what is up? Things have been great. We're here with week 8 of the Heat Connoisseurs Draft League. That's right, it's week 8, which is the last week for or before playoffs. So, things tend to matter here. We have 4 games for you today in the realm of Gen 7. And yeah, little soft breakdown of what I'll be doing here. I will have timestamps down below of each match. We are going to be in Gen 7. There will be Z moves fired off if Z Captain has said Z move. You will see Hidden Power Ice. You will not see Dry Pass. And we expect to see a lot of heat. So, first off, we have Manuel TMT, coach of the Duraludons, versus Mass 19, coach of the New York Masquerades. Now, the match here is pretty hard hitting, it seems like. We have Scizor rocking a base 130 attack stat with Technician. You have a lot of hard hitting power, Sheer Force, Nidoking, or Physical Nidoking, which I believe attack stat does reach like 102, maybe 112. I think it's 102. Halucha, not the highest attack stat, but can definitely get up there with SD. You got Tapu Fini, which has amazing stats and able to bulk those up. And Victini rocking the 100 base stat total across all ends, being the mythical that it is, firing off high BP moves. Into Lando, which has the, you know what it does. It has the 140 attack, I believe, 140, 145, 130 maybe. Diancie, which if Mega, which it is Mega, has amazing attack stats as well. Manaphy, the other mythical we have here, rocking the base 100 stats across the board with the Tail Glow, boosting it up drastically by 3 stages. Gengar rocking the attack stat that it does have. Infernape having matching offensive stats, and Rotom with some great defense and just flying coverage. Flying's good into everything here. As far as a lead here, you would hate for this to be Scarf and Final Gambit. Diancie is pretty nice into the entire team, bar if they would have something like that is Scarf. Diancie does look pretty good after Mega evolving into the team. So does Lando in most instances. Can't necessarily die. You do have the Ice Beam, you do have the Glaciate, you do have Ice Beam, you do have Ice Beam here. Yachi could be an option on this. Manaphy, don't see as a lead. Gengar, pretty good lead, especially if Sash. T-Spikes on both sides are available. Can do some work. Manuel does like to run Rain Hydration, which is pretty great. I love that. Boosting the power and also getting rid of any status elements. Infernape just seems like the most solid lead, especially if Scarf. It does have knockoff, if I recall. Can hit all of these super effectively, having Gunk Shot, Earthquake. You have U-Turn, you have Fire Move, you have Knockoff, T-Punch for this too. So I'm gonna call the Infernape lead here, and honestly, any one of these mons could lead. Tapu Fini would be the best mid-ground lead, maybe, especially if fearing Scarf. So I'll say Infernape, and we'll go Lottie. So lead is Scizor. Into Rotom fan, I'm wrong on both chords. We see the Mega and we see the burn on the Mega. So U-Turn getting off a little bit of chip damage. Was there a better play on there instead of U-turning? Because Rotom is known to have Will-O-Wisp. I would say Nidoking would probably be better as a hard switch in here, especially avoiding any T-Wave from into Lottie. Yeah, so we do see the burn. Don't know if that's gonna matter. especially with the Mystic Terrain. That would have been nice. Nidoking is in. This leads me to believe it's going to get up some rocks and just pressure. So we do see the Calm Mind, Earth Power right into that. I like the Calm Mind variant because of the special defense boosting that it does have into the special attackers. So the Burns is going to pick it off. And we do see the rest. So I can only assume that this is going to be Rain Dance later down the line. Getting full health was smart because those rocks would have came in and took that out. Bloom Doom on this, very nice. Having the Z move on Victini for that into Manaphy. Likely Energy Ball because we did see the special blue flare. Stat drop on Scizor is going to be able to do some really good damage. U-turn, getting the stat drop off and getting right out of there, right into Tapu Fini. Having the Sludge Wave in the back pocket, able to do damage. Not enough to take out Gengar in tandem, but probably going to sack Scizor here for a fresh switch into something like Latios, which is naturally faster. And Diancie comes in here, likely to fire off a Moonblast or the signature move, Diamond Storm. But Moonblast does a lot there. Unfortunate drop and unfortunate boost into Mass 19. But we do see the Surf barely getting the KO. Diancie's still on the thicker side of things. We do have the Misty Seed on the last turn. Very smart preservation. To go into that now. Expect the Energy Ball, but about the same. So SD on the Lando, the Stone Edge shouldn't take it out. It's neutral damage, and Acro is not going to take it out as well. So gonna have to send it there. Manaphy is at full, but however it is sleeping. So Infernape's gonna go out. If it had Sash or Scarf, it's still down. Acro gets a nice crit. And unfortunate that Manaphy is going to be sleep for that. Not sure what its coverage was. Scald, Rest, Rain Dance. I'm going to assume it was a mono attack. Very well played. It did look very bleak for Mask in the beginning. But the Lucha definitely made it come back. Like, being so shy of the kills didn't suck as much as it would have. But it was nice that Lucha was just in the back and got off the SD to get the win. Alright, so let's go over the teams. Alright, so let's award some heat here. Starting off with manual TMT, let's see. Lando was pretty standard, as well as here. We see the Calm Mind, Rest, Willow. So pretty standard team, very effective into Mask. Mask, let's see if any heat here. The Z move was nice, basically coverage on the special side, so really good. So not necessarily any heat, good coverage overall, good game. And on to the next one. Alright, so we have Lord Emvee, coach of the Big Nuggets, versus SpeedSapphire, coach of the Crimson Shurikens. So let's go over the teams here. I want to say this could be hard fought. You do have Celesteela, which is pretty good into Kiss, but Kiss has amazing coverage. Celesteela could get shut down here by a lot of things, but it could also have the reversal power it needs to. But based on the team, like you do have power. Do you have Meteor Beam in this? Meteor Beam, Flash Cannon, maybe Hidden Power, but you have to boost. Not going to be able to take this out. You do have Giga Drain. You do have Earthquake. It's going to depend on how that's built. This could definitely come in clutch. Especially once this is down. If this has T-Spikes, that would be amazing. However, you do have to watch out for Rest on this, as well as even Zygarde. You have Heal Bell available on Togekiss. Emvee, I believe, would lead Reggie. And if Crook is the lead, you do have things like Togekiss right into there. Protect could be used to scout out. to see if this is going to go for a Stone Edge. Stone Edge is not shy on Saph's Crook. But yeah, Crook could potentially snowball if it is Scarf Moxie and gets a kill into one of these after Kiss is gone. Floor just looks amazing here. Not physically defensive at all, but special defense wise can do a lot, and has a pretty great offensive, pretty decent offensive stat, attack. You do have Ice Beam. I would like to see Ice Beam this time around on Crest if it does have it. Maybe I'm tripping. Lantern always looks good. Not necessarily into this, but into this, I believe you have Haze as well. Depending on how Emvee plays his Arcanine, this should be interesting. So I'm gonna call the lead being Reggie here. Potentially Scarf Arcanine could be a thing. 311, yeah. And it does have CC, or it doesn't, either or. Could be something to take out this immediately. And the lead for them, probably Crook. Crook seems fine. If Suicune comes in, you do have the Lantern. So, going right into it, Kofag comes out, Suicune comes out. So, immediate Toxic on there, and we have the Trick into the Sticky Barb off of the Chesto. So, did call the Chesto part, but we are going to be doing damage over time. This is a unfortunate miss. Let's see, Scald. So, having dual status, missing again, unfortunately. And it is going to go down to the next attack. Unless Coda comes in and it just reveals that it is Volt Absorb. So likely for the Electros, you do have the Heal Bell there, which is really good. Unfortunately, this is down pretty bad. If you could go to Atem now, you could probably heal off if you do have any means to do so. So Celis comes in here, Leech Seed. Why did I forget about Leech Seed? Leech Seed actually kind of goes crazy here, depending on if they have sub. Okay, so Earthquake in there, probably to check one of those for damage. Leech Seed gets it off. So Arcanine comes in here. This shouldn't die one hit, but nice read on that switch, or double there. Skull, do we get the burn? We do not see the burn. Never lucky. Protect, there we go. We have the Protect. And we can tell this is leftover. Seismic Toss is going to be doing a lot. But we do have the Wish in the back that can help. I believe Cella can get to a specific stat to avoid getting 3-hit KO'd. It depends, because a lot of Ultra Beasts are weird with their stats. Alright, so getting the Leech Seed off on that. Protect is going to fail. Do we see sub here? Yes, we see the sub. Okay, so well prepared by Emvee here. DD into Moonblast. So some trickery could probably come out here. Sub. Is this going to be a berry? Okay, Z move. Tectonic Rage. So that was nice to double sub just in case they scouted for something like the Z move. So there will be no more Wish on the board here. So Seismic Toss there is going to do 25, so 4-hit KO. The item on this does not show just yet. I can see Akaberry possibly, or even Shuka. It is at half HP. No, it's not. Was it at any given point? Not Citrus. Could possibly be Papa. Volt Switch out of the Registeel into Atem. So this is a potential area to get off something like a Pain Split. And we're getting the Trick back on. So it takes the Rocky Helmet. That was a good move by Saph there. Amazing move. Just getting rid of a useless item and taking away one of their pretty useful items. Only Crook would really set it off, unless this is like heavy slam. Seismic Toss, Elite Seed is going to be bossing up. You can protect here to avoid Seismic Toss chip, and likely throw off another Elite Seed. Earthquake. Earthquake does a decent amount. If not for the drops, it probably would have did about half, a little less. So Flare Blitz on that. Pretty sizable damage, not too bad. Registeel is out. Scald, do we see the burn? We see the burn. Alright, so lefties shall be negated. Yeah, Registeel has to get chipped down very badly here. That's doing a good amount. Likely 3 hit KO, 30, 30, 30. I'm lying. There's 4 hit KO. Iron Tail, likely to read the Togekiss switch, and I believe that is going to show to me at least that is choice locked. So I think Saph knows as well that Crook can go crazy once Togekiss is gone. But Emvee at turn 41 is doing a great job of preserving all the mons. The burn though does come in for Saph here. So okay, this coming in, nice read, nice read. Or, you know what, that was mid. Heal Belt, yeah. I did see that coming up. And 3 statuses healed off of that. Yeah, pretty big. Pretty big for Emvee right here. So, no sleeping dog shall lie. Sticky Barb is doing some great damage, so you have to rest here. The Sticky Barb trick was great pressure right there. Let's see if this heals up. It does. So Heal Bell, Roost. What else do we see by this? Air Slash, of course. And doesn't want to risk hitting the Air Slash and getting damage. Granted, you know, if you Roost on it, you do neutral damage. Protect to scout out, because I believe Emvee sees that this is also choice locked. Them knowing that they probably picked up on that does go into Togekiss. So Volt Switch here. The rocks do suck. There's just constant damage onto everything because of these rocks. And Emvee does seem to just be sitting pretty comfortably here. With Kiss at a high valued HP, as well as most of the team bar Zygarde, which is sitting in the red almost. So Registeel comes out, Volt Switch comes out here. And Crest, what does Crest do? We haven't seen Crest do anything aside from Moonblast. Gravity, okay. Do we see Hypnosis or no? Oh, this is wonderful. This is very wonderful. Goes into this to sack. Goes into Crook. I love how much gravity we're seeing here, right? Sorry, I'm reading into this. Yeah, of course, this is gonna get about not 2 hit KO'd. Nicely done. Gonna Roost off that, and then at this turn, you're stuck and you have to switch. Crest comes back in, likely to gravity. Dang. If that would have did more damage, that would have been nice, especially with a Moxie boost somewhere around there. Moonlight. We have one more move on Crest. We see the Toxic on Kaguya. Everything is susceptible to Toxic here. Seismic Toss, putting on heavy pressure. So the GG from Saph here. Yeah, Kiss comes in. Emvee played this amazingly. Especially within stat distribution too. Like if this was able to 2-hit KO Kiss, that would have been nice. But I believe this is invested very properly, possibly. Alright, so the drop is going to be on there. We're eating through the flinch. And yeah, it's basically as soon as something hits, it's going to be dead. Oh, it lives. Okay. So going Arcanine to drop the attack. Do we make a read? Good read. Good read. Okay. So nice goes in the kiss. He's looking to get at least something off. Dies to rocks next time in, I believe. Yeah, this was well fought by Saph. I do have to give that to him. Next attack will kill on Crest, landed, and the rocks go in. So, well played. Having the 6-0 into SpeedSapphire. Yeah, very well done. I do think this was a very great game. Hard fought because the team composition here went crazy. Muck didn't even come out. Let's go into SpeedSapphire and see if there's any heat here. So pretty standard. Iron Tail's there for coverage. We did see the Moonblast, pretty standard, good coverage. Trick Will-O-Wisp, I love seeing this Sticky Barb one. The Sticky Barb does go crazy. Gravity, okay, this was pretty dope. Now you do have very good like Earthquake damaged, like Earthquake would go crazy, especially at a +1. Like I said, if that was to happen, I don't necessarily know if I could award heat. Like, actually, this is heat. Very well played with the team. They did pull that off very well. Unfortunate for them, Kiss did not care. I'm gonna still give that a heat, right? Especially in both these. I'm gonna give it 1 flame. Going into the next team, like, I'd still love Sticky Barb here, but we're just tricking off. But it ain't tricking if you got it. And Sticky Barb did get tricked onto Suicune, doing crazy work. Pretty standard. We saw that. I wonder if this had Sunny Day. That would have been crazy. Boosting the Flare Blitz and Morning Sun and damage. Air Slash Shellbell Roost off of the Rocky Helmet, right? Rocky Helmet was on there. Didn't come out, standard, and pretty standard. So, well played game by Saph. Well played game by Emvee. And let's go on to the next one. Alright, here we have Master Hand, your boy Spazz, aka Kenny G, versus Kev.inc. So into this team, I did not see Entei coming. But if it did, I have the Landorosu. I also have Volcanion, which, yeah, this does have ground coverage, but the way I built this was meant to take it. As well as Snorlax. Lax was a definite threat, especially if I didn't have anything to keep it from not snowballing with its round shape. Very, very scary team here from Kev. Here I have the Ribombee, Kamala, Mimikyu, Volcanion, Landorus, and Jirachi here. So I look like I have a pretty feral team. Like, my teams are meant to look like they're, not that great. Having 30 points left over to spend on whatever and 0 trades made. But that's neither here nor there. Gligar is a issue as far as, its bulk. Depending on if I can hit on the special side, I should be able to take it down. Let's talk leads. So, from them, I can expect a lead of Kyurem. If they were to lead anything else, I do have the Ribombee pretty much there to cover for what I need to. Switching out of this though, like if this was to be a Venusaur is hard to switch into, kind of, depending on its coverage. Same with Lax minus Mimikyu. Like, I don't want to get my disguise broken early. I don't want to get paralyzed by Body Slam or anything like that. Azu is also scary, especially after Belly Drum. Only having Volcanion to switch in, or Mimikyu if it does have a disguise. Otherwise, can definitely sweep my team. Entei does have the access to Sacred Fire, which this becomes a dedicated switch into, and I know that Kamala doesn't get burned. So going off, I'm guessing, Kyurem could be a great lead. I'm expecting it to be Scarf. And yeah, he says Lando is pretty hard into. So they do lead the Richard Picante here into my Submerge. I go out from Pixie Sticks because, okay, if anything's going to take it, it's going to be Submerge, right? And I would hate to get Toxic, but I know that this is going to be on borrowed time either way. So Earth Power does a lot to me. I'm like, oh, Focus Blast should get the kill. Unfortunately, it does not. I don't know if that's a roll or not, but they do drop my Lando, and they breathe easy. They let Snorlax go down to my Psychic, which was there for Venusaur if it wanted to come in. And I just let myself know that, you know, webs are really good. I have the Hidden Power to break the sub because I have Hidden Power Ground. And Sacred Fire is going to take me out. They now have 6 Sacred Fires, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Whatever you want to do. So do you want to stay in? At this time, I didn't do a calc to see how much my coverage did. And I'm like, Steam Eruption can get stalled out. Like, you do have pressure, but I noticed pretty late around it's not pressure. And I make a good read here into the Venusaur. I get it burned. They Mega to mitigate the damage and just heal off a good amount. They are in the green, almost into the yellow, and I go Grant-a-Wish here. Hoping if they do have any coverage to hit this, it would be physical and they can't do much. So I get the Wish off. I'm sorry, Wish. I get the Reflect off. They wish I didn't flinch. Just gonna flinch this down because that's what I have to do, especially if, you know, they're trying to get off the webs. Webs are pretty good for me. And you will see why. So I have the Heart Stamp, and this is where I notice, oh, that's why they're not pressured, because they don't want to get flinched. So I go into this knowing that this can heal up very well with the Protect. Hard fought battle because I don't want to get burned and I don't want to lose damage. So Bulldoze is revealed here. Very, very good bring by Kev. Getting the chip health from the Protect and Leftover combo. I know that Flamethrower now can break the sub 100% of the time because of my investment, which is actually great knowledge because I was worried about the Steam Eruption for the most part. But I missed the Steam Eruption. Very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Could definitely have changed the game. But I go into Narcolepsy here, knowing that I am faster than everything and knowing that I am that boy. There is no switching to this, man. There's no switching to this, man. I clicked the last resort. So Gligar comes out here. I wanted to go Rachi, but I just wanted to see the damage, because look at that. And they do some great damage, doing over half to me, which definitely matters here. It matters for like possibly a Aqua Jet or possibly Living Curum. So I knock out like a good amount of the team. Knock out 3 different mons. Fusion Bolt here because I did not want to take damage. And they revealed that they are Scarfed because they outsped my Kamala. So Drain Punch for the possible stuff there. I know that if I get burned, I do have the weakness policy to mitigate that burn damage. Which is unfortunate that I got the burn, but expected from a 50% move there. So Heart Stamp would be doing a lot more damage. However, doing 25 is just good enough. The speed drop there is really good from them. They are stalling out my Reflect too because I am revealed weakness policy and not like Clay. And Drain Punch does get them out of range to be sub. So I have Mimikyu here, and my thought process here was I could get the kill, but regardless, I won't do enough to cure him because of my moveset. I have Drain Punch, and I have another move that's not Play Rough, clearly. So Bulldoze is a smart move there because although my damage is still at 100, I still get my speed dropped, which matters a lot here because I naturally outspeed Curum, which is very smart by them. I acknowledge that. I let them know. And I do expect the Berry Berry. But I have the Drain Punch, and I have the I expect the Iron Head. So I have the Berry, which does a good amount of damage. If I had Shadow Sneak, probably be here, or maybe that's the game. But regardless, that's gonna take me out from full because my investment isn't there enough to outspeed and do the damage that I want to do. Yeah, that was very unfortunate that I did miss, but very well played by Kev here. And I enjoyed this game. I very much did. Looking forward to playing him some more. Let's look at the heat. So once again, just not be biased. I want you guys to rate if I had any heat here. You know, like weakness policy, reflect. No, can't really say I had much heat. Hidden power coverage, psychic coverage, off the life orb, narcolepsy, y'all call it. Yeah, but the count here: scarf, fusion bolt, iron head, likely ice move, ice beam, earth power is possible, dragon coverage as well. This just synthesized and synthesized. Ice punch, being able to knock out my Lando from full. Pretty standard on everything minus the Richard Picante. Now this to me was pretty dope, well built for my Jirachi. Sacred Fire, Protect, Sub, Bulldoze. Could have definitely been something like Toxic, but it wasn't. Bulldoze was a very good bring. I want to give that heat in itself because you could have been something like Stomping Tantrum. You decided to drop my speed. That is very devious work, very smart as well. That did matter for them because if this was slower and I was at full, I did have my Berry, but I would have hit them first and then been able to hit them a second time. But being they had dropped my speed, yeah, you get a heat rating of 1 on this, homie. Very well played, very well brought, very fun game. And into the last one. All right, here we have Xamuel. Is this Samuel? Samuel? I noticed that just pronouncing it on the side. Versus Knight F3 OP, coach of the Los Angeles Azules, and we have coach of the Piggy Guys here. Now, I did watch this game live. I think this was a phenomenal game. Is that why these dimensions are like this? Actually, let me change that. Okay, so noticing that there's no official replay, so just use me as a replay button. So we have Knight F3 OP versus Samuel. Pretty bulky team on his part. I can see Toxic out of these three coming into like Coco for this. I'm sorry, not Coco. Mandibuzz. This could wall Zard potentially and just get off the Toxic on that. And just overall great use of Toxic in their past games. As far as this team here, Mew could be anything it wants to be. That's how, much it was loved and told that, aspire to be great. It is their Z captain here, along with, no, Coco, you're not the Z. Charizard X, and yeah, that's about it. Weavile can be scary here. You do have access to like counter, low kick. You don't have Technician. I don't know why I always think this has Technician. That would be crazy. Technician, Hidden Power Rock, go insane. I believe this has access to Poison Jab. Hippo here is going to be going very crazy into this. If it has Grass Knot, then that is better coverage to hit Hippo. Make it feel like it's safe as a switch in. Mammal Swan goes crazy here. Effectively has coverage into everything. Like you have knockoff, you have Icicle Spear, Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, you have Superpower, Ice Move, Rock Move, and just hitting this with whatever. Starmie also looks good into the rest of the team. Mew just doesn't really have a real weakness, bar if it gets hit by knockoff or maybe foul play from Mandibuzz. Unsure if it's going to be physical or special here. Zard looks good. You can have the like Hippo looks like a good switch into Zard, depending on what it is. Now Knight has been running special or mix as well, so that is good consideration if brought. Starmie, after certain things die, like unless you have like hidden power fighting, you can hit this super effectively. Surf looks good. Psychic, you also have Ice Beam, Psychic. Yeah, this dual stab looks really good into here. Scizor being effectively a stop for the likes of this, potentially. But you do have Vileplume here, which can be like hidden power fire. A good hard wall to Scizor. Like Effect Spore, yeah, Strength Sap, some really crazy things in this game. So as far as lead, I think Coco leads here, if not Manabuzz or Mamswan. Lead here for Zam could be Rotom or Mew. I'm turning everything that I saw in this game off from my mind, so I will be making those calls ignorantly, as if I never watched this match, because I don't remember stuff. All female team, by the way. Alright, let's get right into it. So we do see the Dr. Buzz lead into the Rotom. Now, we could see an immediate Toxic or a Volt Switch. Madam, I'm Adam. That's funny. So we do see the immediate Toxic. And the Overheat's going to be doing a good chunk of damage, about 1/3, into the Stone Edge. Stone Edge is there as coverage. So Overheat is not going to be enough to KO, so they do have to switch here. And we don't see the Intimidate, so meaning that could be definitely Technician or even Steadfast, my bad. Likely Technician for the priority moves that can be thrown out from Hitmontop here, like Mach Punch or Bullet Punch, which I think Manabuzz is the move here, and Mach Punch doing that amount of damage is pretty good. So we see the U-turn here to keep the momentum in favor, but popping the Eye Pop Berry into a good favorable position of power and HP. That Surf does a lot. I don't believe that's analytic damage. So Misty May is going to be going crazy, especially if this team gets whittled down. So I think the switch comes out here, but nothing really likes getting hit by Weavile. Maybe Scizor. And you see the knockoff into the Colbert, gonna be able to live and die by the Surf. So Mew comes in here, the switch into Manabuzz from Dr. Buzz. Nice Charty, that's a double resist berry proc. Very nice. Now, it is possible Mew can be Rockium Z, but being that they did switch out, I think they didn't think that it was going to be confident enough to kill Manabuzz, which I would have did the same. Rotom's in here. We see the Foul Play reveal, taking Rotom to 56 HP, going into Red Rocket, and to take the Overheat critical hit. So the drop's going to be nice for Zam in both the Scizor dropping, but also nice for Knight because that attack dropped. So Vileplume comes in here, hits the Surf, trying to hit the Rotom. And Infestation, nice. So yeah, this was likely here to trap Scizor. So I could see, yeah, you stay in here, don't want to risk whatever. It is special. Being that like when I was using this, I was using it as a hard counter to Scizor. Yeah, that could just die from there pretty much, I think. Because you don't want it in on anything else. So maybe Coco. So Zard, Bizarre, that Fire Blast did a good amount. So the switch in here is going to be Manabuzz. Do we see Toxic? We see Roxit, and the Defog exit on the rocks. So Stone Edge here is going to do a lot of damage. Very good coverage by Xamuel. Being able to, you know, pack that coverage for Manabuzz. Doing a critical hit, taking him around 50 damage. We see the Roost again. And into the Toxic it gets. Really doesn't want these rocks on their side of the field. And it's going to take a Toxic for it. Mamoswine to block the Volt Switch there is very nice, but Overheat's going to take that out. Drop the special attack as well. So this could be very good for Blizzard here. Possible game, but you do have the Toxic on this. Getting greedy, getting another one. I mean, it could be worth it, especially into Mew. Has the Outrage, so we do see the mixed Zard, mixed stab coverage. Mach Punch, and I think I clocked it as banded damage. And double down from here. So goes into Missy May. Now here, I probably would have got in Mandibuzz in. Like you do get a Roost. Stone Edge might be Rocky MZ, but based on damage, you can see that it may or may not live. I don't want to open up the damage calc. Because getting damage on this would be very nice, especially if you were to just revenge with Starmie. Surf into Surf. But we're about to see how much this Surf does. And I believe that revealed it to be a defensive investment. So Z comes out, Z Trick Room, bigging up the accuracy, meaning that's 100% accurate Stone Edges. So no Rocky MZ, but that Foul Play is going to be doing immense damage. So very scary. It can be brought back for sure by Hippowdon. Landing that Stone Edge, very good. Now, this hasn't had its item revealed. Based on previous games, we have seen Resist Berries come from Xamuel. And yeah, unfortunately that goes down. Could be Pasho, could be Rindo, could be Yachi, which I made a hard read when I did build. So, Takushe, Touche, Tashe gets the Shuka Berry, weakens that damage, does have the Rindo Berry, does have the Sugar Berry, does get the 2-hit KO. So very well played. Berries galore. Oops, all berries. Amazing games here by all competitors. Xamuel, Knight, amazing games that I've been seeing from them both. Very great consideration on Xamuel's part. Let's go ahead and check out what they have. Infestation is really nice. Pretty heat. Didn't get to pull it off, unfortunately. Heat consideration, especially if you have the Strength Sap and the effects board, just making it that much scary to be in on. Trick Room, Z Trick Room. Nobody knows what that does. That's worth 2 at minimum heat points right here. Psychium Z Trick Room, Stone Edge. You got it off. It was amazing. Like I high key want to give this 3 points of heat, right? So 3 points of heat because you see the Psychium Z, you see the Trick Room. You don't know what that even does. And it effectively worked to take out what it needed to take out, like as far as if Mandibuzz wasn't there, which it did get hit accurately, Stone Edge, which is amazing. So this could have had like Blizzard coverage. It could have had, very low accuracy coverage. Amazing stuff here. It could have even been Psychium Z and Psychic for Genesis Supernova, but they just clicked it there, and yeah, they get the 3 points of heat. My bias. Everything else is pretty standard, pretty well played. This team has like an amazing amount of glue. Like if you lose 1 point or 1 mon, it does kind of hurt, but amazing switch-ins here. Going into Knight F3 OP, the mixed Zard was actually very dope. I like this one a lot. I at least want to give it 1 point of heat. Like Outrage and Fire Blast, like this is Lil Timmy's Zard right here. Granted, you just slap on 4 fire moves, but yeah, this did not care. I want to give this 1 point of heat because of the effectiveness of the double offensive capabilities here. Like you have base 120 Outrage, base 120, I believe in this generation, Fire Blast. Because I don't think it got the nerf yet to 110. But yeah, being able to fire blast like Powdon, knocking it, or Hitmontop, like that was amazing. Being able to take this out with the Outrage. Yeah, Outrage is very good into their team. No fairies. Standard, Grass Knot, great coverage. And Cobra, like the berries here, that was heat. Like Knight gets a heat point for every berry proc as well as Xamuel. So yeah, dope game on them. That's week 8. Now the standings, I don't have those updated at the current moment, but we will be back at you with playoffs. I might do the whole entire playoffs in one video, so it might be the last of the Heat Connoisseurs draft league. So go ahead and check up on all the games that have been played. We'll keep bringing them to you. I do believe I am in the playoffs. I'm entirely unsure, but you know, we're gonna keep bringing you that heat. Let's keep it on repeat and keep playing. Have fun. See you in the next one. Peace.